It didn't take long this week after Las Vegas Raiders head coach Jon Gruden resigned for the MAGA crowd, including Donald Trump Jr. himself, to come out and show their support of Gruden. Now, if you're not familiar with that story, if you're not a football fan, you don't follow any of this, Jon Gruden, the former now head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, resigned on Monday night after it was revealed last week by the New York Times that he had sent multiple emails many years ago to the Washington football team. I believe it was the general manager, somebody in the executive office, I guess, where he used homophobic slurs, used racially charged language against African Americans, misogynistic language. He even attacked the commissioner of the NFL, Mr. Roger Goodell, who is, by the way, universally hated, but we'll get to more of that in a moment. But anyway, because he was exposed as using racial tropes, misogynistic language, homophobic language, of course, the MAGA crowd came out and rushed to his defense. Here is what Donald Trump Jr. said after these emails were revealed and Gruden had resigned earlier this week. He said, "Let's see the emails and texts of Goodell and every NFL owner executive. We must find out if they've ever said anything wrong, shared a controversial thought, or held an opinion that wasn't PC. No statute of limitations. We can't allow them to hide behind their white privilege," he said sarcastically. I'm actually good with all of that, actually, because it's probably not just Jon Gruden. And it's important to remember, too, Gruden was not the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders when he sent these emails. He wasn't the head coach at all. He was working for ESPN, I think. He had his endorsement deal with Corona Beer that switched him out for Tony Romo once he went back to coaching. But, yeah, you going to defend this? And the best part is, Junior wasn't the only MAGA idiot to come out and defend him. I'm not going to read all the quotes, but you also had some other ones here. Let me get to them. I apologize here. Greg Kelly of Newsmax, Matt Walsh, commentator Clay Travis, and of course, commentator Jesse Kelly. All of them rushing to Gruden's defense, because Gruden is essentially what they are. A bunch of closed-minded backwoods idiots who somehow failed upwards in the media landscape by pandering to people even dumber than they are. That's how those guys became famous and made a ton of money. Gruden deserved to be fired. They should not have given him the opportunity to resign. He should have been fired. We have a league that is dominated by African American football players. Do you think that they want to be coached by somebody that they know, thanks to those emails being released last week, that they know uses racial stereotypes? You have other members of that Raiders organization who are women, who are members of the LGBTQ community. You think they want to work around a guy they know was using that kind of language? Absolutely not. Gruden was toxic, and he had to go. But it also does raise the question. These emails were revealed during an investigation of the Washington football team, because they've got a very serious investigation going after complaints of, basically assault against females working for the Washington football team, including members of the cheerleading team. So that's a pretty serious investigation. These emails were revealed as part of the discovery process where Gruden, again, then working, I think it was for ESPN, it was for a broadcast network, said these things to one of the executives of Washington football. Now, these emails are what got leaked to the New York Times. So the question is, why those? Why did those get leaked? Okay, this is basically a sexual assault investigation that has nothing to do with Jon Gruden, but Gruden stuff gets leaked. I want to know more about the assaults. I want to know more about setting up cameras to watch these women change clothes. Yeah, I want those emails leaked. So Gruden deserved to go 100%, and I'm glad he got exposed. But there's a lot of exposing that hasn't finished yet. And whoever leaked those Gruden emails, you need to go ahead and leak the other ones too, because those crimes are bigger than what Gruden did. In the meantime, Gruden's become a MAGA martyr. He is their new folk hero. He is the new victim. He is the victim of cancel culture. Poor John Gruden, who's going to get a multi-million-dollar settlement after resigning. Gruden's going to be just fine. And the Raiders organization is going to be better off without him. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.